Hello friends, you're with the Lonesome Gamer and I'm playing Zona. I'm in a pretty bad shape here with this guy, and I took quite a few wounds here. My fatigue is at its maximum, but still I got a feeling I have to try to get into the underground archive to get the first secret. Basically, I will not be able to make it in time into the sarcophagus. I'm considering throwing the removed cards back into here. For the solo variant, you have to remove a bunch of cards, I think 5 or so. I think I'm gonna throw these 5 cards back into the deck so that we can enjoy the playthrough a little longer. But even with these other 5 cards, it's going to be extremely hard to win this. So yeah, the round starts, and now I'm going to try to enter this the underground archives. The way that works is I'm going to simply try to fulfill it. It's an action, and I simply will fulfill. Well, before I do that, I actually might. I want to camp, and the camping allows me to decrease my fatigue, and then as an action I will discard an artifact and 1 mutant trophy. Now I got this mutant trophy here, so that goes away. And then I can discard one of these 2 artifacts. I think that probably in the end this one isn't that good, so that goes away. And now this is open, so we're simply going to flip this to indicate that it's open. That also allows me now to move in here. That also is part of the action. So in a multiplayer game there can be only a single person at the same time inside one of these secret locations, because there's just one of these slots open. And now I'm allowed to draw to examine these 2 cards, and I can choose one of them. These are secret items and they are often pretty good. The Pioneer's PDA. After uncovering 2 secrets, discard at the Moscow Eye or Pripyat to relocate the power plant. What? To relocate to the power plant. But that will cost me 2 fatigue. But still, that could be an option, because it's hard to tell. Usually you're gonna take damage in these areas and have to encounter mutants or anomalies before you go to the power plant. So that could help. You might consider that. The other one is Vivisection Reports. Use when you sell a mutant trophy. Gain $100. I mean, the advantage of this thing is I can carry it in my pockets, so it doesn't use a slot. Anyway, I think I'm going to take the Pioneer's PDA. So this one then remains here, and I might actually have the chance to gain that later. Some of these encounters allow you to grab another item. I think so, at least. Okay, now we come to the encounter phase, and now I don't draw from here, but I will draw from these specific encounters for the underground archives. And these are often pretty tough. The halls of the old savage treatment plant are lined with endless rows of barrels. Some of them are leaking a strange green liquid. A bullet suddenly ruptures one of the barrels, spraying out spraying your suit with the deadly chemical. I take 2 wounds. Oh boy, that's bad. Yeah, well, there's nothing I can do against that. I simply take these wounds. Sadly, I don't have any protection, which is a little bit of a problem. So I'm going to take these wounds. You run as fast as you can to the next room, where the secret military archive should be. You close the armored door behind you. The room is filled with darkness. Now we got to do this kind of alert test here. And yeah, luckily for me, even though there is darkness, I got my makeshift floodlight. That might be helpful here. Still, I only have an alertness of 1. But yeah, I got some cool stuff. The looted jacket and the makeshift flashlight. So let's hope for the best here. Okay, that's at least not terrible. I need a 3. Oh boy, that's gonna be hard. I'm not sure if I can handle. I got the laboratory blueprints. Reroll all the dice during a test in a secret location. I'm gonna do that. So I can do that only once per round. So I'm gonna kind of turn that around. Usually I can simply place a marker here, but that's also good. So I'm gonna re-roll them all. Okay, that's a little better because I got this plus now. Then let me see. Do I want to force a test here? I'm not sure. Oh boy, I don't know. Probably not. I can see already there are more bad things happening here, which will cost me some of my energy. So I'm considering not to use my test or to force the test. But I can use the makeshift floodlight. To cancel this. And then in addition I can use the loot. No, I can't. Shit. I cannot use the jacket because I can only use this if there are monsters. Okay, so I got to... that's bad. Fuck. I have to force the test. And I'm gonna need another plus. If I don't get it, I'm fucked. So yeah, I gotta force the test here. And hope for the best. I don't make it. That's a shame. Yeah. There's nothing I can do to improve my position. So it says, the rusted floor gives way under your weight and you fall to the lower level. You take 2 damage. That's it. At that point, this thing ends. Otherwise I could read on, as this symbol indicates. But in this way, the encounter ends. I simply take 2 damage. And that brings me now already in a very, very bad position. And so I can take only 1 additional damage at that point, because there's only 1 left. And that means I'm going to take now one of these markers here. they will reduce one of my abilities. Yeah, that really sucks. I mean, things are really going downhill now. But okay, I can use the Devil's Gut. That's kind of a good thing. I think I'm gonna use that here for my strength. Now I have only a strength of 2. But I still got my double-barreled shotgun, so we'll see if this is good or bad. It's hard to get these things go away. That's the problem. You cannot simply heal them or something. I'm not even sure where you can do that, to be honest. I don't think you can actually. There might be some encounters or so that allow you to do that, but it's extremely hard for me to do it now. Shit. Okay, that's the end of the turn. So, okay, we have this thing doesn't move, but it says premature emission. Comrade General Volodya, according to your calculations, the emission is expected to happen tomorrow at the earliest. You need to learn to respect Zona, Babichkin. It isn't some equation you can solve. It's a primal element, a piece of chance itself. Immediately resolve the emission. Okay. So that's actually not so bad. Because it blows away this thing here. And I'm inside, so I'm not hurt by it. I'm actually in the underground archive here, but it doesn't hurt me in any way. So we're gonna flip this thing. And yeah, now all these are destroyed. We're gonna place new and also do the marketplace new. Oh man, the situation is obviously desperate. I'm not sure what to do. On our way back we have the meat hawk here, which shouldn't be too hard to kill, but the portal, well, I could at least try to run around it. The alertness test isn't so bad. So I could now leave the underground archive without finding the secret. Simply go back. It will remain open. So I could go back, try to head to the village, try to heal there. Oh boy, but that will cost me, I don't know, 5 more rounds or something. So I got a feeling it doesn't really matter at that point. This could be a very short video, actually. Maybe I'm just, I don't know, man. I got a feeling I'm just staying there and try to find the secret. Maybe with a lot of luck I can do it, and then I can still. I mean, this is fucked up, man. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna stay in there. I don't know what to do else. I'm not even sure if you can do actions if you are inside these things. If I can do, for example, maybe I can rest twice or something. Let me see that. Well, I couldn't find anything that says you're not allowed to do actions inside the secret locations. So yeah, I'm gonna rest twice, which will allow me to decrease my fatigue at least to 3, which is something. But of course I'm in a horrible shape, and the thing is I can take 2 more of these additional hits here basically, and then if I would take a 3rd one, game is over. But I'm in such a terrible shape that it's a mess anyway. But I got the Devil's Gut, which gives me of course then some kind of advantage. But okay, So yeah, let's try another one. We come now to the event phase here, and that says there's a glowing red dot hovering in the shadows. A soldier betrayed by his nasty habit. Okay, so that isn't too bad. It's a fighting thing. I'm pretty good in this. I got my shotgun. I got a -1 now here. But it's still, that should be at least possible. So let's hope for the best. Okay, that's not great. We got a... Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use again the blueprints to re-roll all dice. Fuck, man. Come on. I'm going to push ahead to re-roll one of these dice. Okay, that's a blank, which is something. So that means now we're even. So I'm at 2. So I need one more. So in this case, I can use the shotgun. And yeah, I guess I shot the guy. You kill the soldier with one precise shot, I told you, and enter the archive. Very good, very good. You read about the connection between the underground archive and similar secret locations hidden around Zona. You uncover a secret. Look at the secret items deck at the underground archive and take one card. Okay, that's nice. I'm allowed to take the second card here. Use when you sell a trophy, gain $100. That's not bad, and in addition to that I can place it in here, the vivisection reports. Okay, cool. A moment later, more soldiers show up, drawn by the noise. You really need quite a gun. You use an emergency ladder to reach the surface. As fate would have it, there's a fire anomaly on top of the hatch. Take 2 wounds. Shit, yeah, that sucks. So that means I'm gonna take an additional damage up here. Shit, that's obviously a problem. Well, I think I'm gonna lose some will then. Relocate to the entrance location of the underground archive. Okay, so we're going out here. If you relocate, you don't have to fight these guys. So only if you enter it in a regular way. And it says here secret underground archive. So we can now place this thing underneath here. And that indicates now that we found our first secret. But yeah, that was an expensive one. Oh boy. That's it. We draw, no, we don't draw an encounter. That was the encounter. So that means now we draw one of these rumor cards here. Okay, that means this goes down 1 space. And then it says radioactive wind. The wind has thrown up clouds of radioactive dust. So that means trouble, I assume. Choose a green or yellow location and place the rumor token there. Any scavenger that begins or ends their turn at that location suffers 1 radioactive damage. There's not much left. There's not much left when we enter the village. We're really close to dying here. Really close to dying. So yeah, that's what happens. We got to suffer that damage. So I'm going to take my 3rd marker here, and I'm in a very bad shape, obviously. I'm gonna try to fight these suckers. Meat Hawk. That shouldn't be too hard. If I mess this up, I'll be eaten by these suckers. Because then it's over. Okay, let's see. I gotta do my, but I need to do that because I need money to heal, right? I cannot go to the village. They're not very generous there. They don't give anything for free. So you need money to heal. I could start selling this crap, but I mean, it's even getting harder then. So yeah, let's fight the Meat Hawk. Alertness test of 1. I have to come out even. If I don't make that, I'm in a lot of trouble. Okay, that's very bad. That is very bad because first it's an additional radioactive damage. That is not possible. I cannot allow that to happen. What does that mean? Well, it means first we got to re-roll one of these dice by forcing the test. Okay, so that is the result here. Oh boy. That is the alertness test. Yeah, okay. Okay, that is fine. That is great. Okay, so we're good. We managed to see the guys at least. No bad surprises here. Now we're gonna go into the fight. And same thing. We gotta get out even here somehow. Okay, that's fine. We made it. That was good. So we managed to kill these suckers. Then I have to move out of the farms before, otherwise I will suffer more radiation damage. I have to move in here. That means there is the portal here. And yeah, we got to see what happens here. I have to do the alertness test. I have to somehow manage to do that. I won't try to somehow defeat the anomaly. That's not going to work out. But I got to do the alertness test somehow. And then I can simply walk around it or so. That looks good. We got to do another die here. Okay, but that's okay, I guess. Yeah, that's okay. That evens out. I got an alertness of 1. So I've seen the portal. And I guess I simply walk around it. And I'm fine. But I'm not in the village yet. We got to first face an encounter. Okay, that is the frontier. There we go. A bitter cold wind chills you to the bone, bringing with it radioactive dust from the land, from the landfill. I guess it comes here from the farms, huh? That's bad. That's very bad. You're going to choose. Okay. The thing is, okay, you hide in an abandoned cellar. The already roll 3 dice. The problem is, this is not a test, so I'm pretty sure I cannot re-roll these dice. And yeah, I cannot risk that because it is possible that I will suffer from radiation damage. The other one would be you seek shadow in a curious spot the wind avoids. Oh boy, encounter an animal anomaly. That's a risky thing now. Do I want to encounter the anomaly? I'm in a horrible shape. I have nothing to help me when it comes to alertness tests, but I could use the devil's gut. Use when to force a test. I gotta force the test. I see, and I can't do that. That's bad. So, for example, I could use my makeshift floodlight at least. That's a tough call now. Do I want to risk it? 3 dice, one side of each, showing this radiation thing. If we roll that, we're dead. Going into the cellar, no option to manipulate the dice. Or encountering some unknown anomaly where I have to do an alertness roll, which is gonna be tough, really tough. I only have a 1. I cannot enforce it or force it. I have the option to do the makeshift floodlight. But that's all I can do. The problem is, let's say this is an alertness of 2 or 3, which is pretty common. I need a positive outcome. Hard to tell. This is really hard to tell. You know what? I think I'm going to go for the anomaly. It's a very... I think I'm going to go for the anomaly. I don't know if it's a good idea, but I'm going to try. Okay, let's see. Oh boy, that's a silver net. Okay, so it's an alertness 3 test. I gotta somehow make that. And I won't. I won't do that. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. I'm pretty sure about that. Basically, I need 2 successes. There's nothing I can do to help me out there. So, yeah. Let's hope for the best. I think that was a pretty bad decision. Yeah, okay, that's it. We're done. I'm fucked. I'm dead. Died at the frontier. But even if that was, for example, the other roll, I would have died of radiation anyway. Yeah, so that is it. I was caught in a silver net and died there for some reason. Fuck, man. That was a shame. Just managed to do 1 secret. Pretty poor performance, I guess. Yeah, well, sorry for the short video here. Anyway, I think you got a pretty good impression of this game. It's Talisman. Let's be honest about this. It's Talisman with a few more twists and without the roll and move factor, right? You got basically your two basic abilities, we could say, which is strength and wit. It's kind of like strength and talent and talisman. And you basically fight either your magical creatures, which will use talent, or your mutants, which will need strength. So it's basically the same as in Talisman, where you got your magical monsters with a talent, or the others one with a strength. You got a few extra things here, like the alert test or the will. The encounters are obviously much more interesting with this kind of storytelling aspect. So it's not just basically a single thing, but you have a small story going on there. You got your different regions, just like in Talisman. You got the green region, which is the easiest, then the kind of a middle region, or the orange region where things are harder. Then you got basically your 2 paths, like you have that in Talisman 2. You can decide, do you want to go on the magic path, where you have to encounter the magical creature here, the anomaly, or you can go to Pripyat, where you have to encounter a mutant. So that is also basically the same thing as in Talisman, and if you manage to do that, you may enter the power plant. But before you're allowed to do it, you don't need a talisman, but you need here 2 secrets before you can enter the power plant, which is then a bit like the Crown of Command, where you have your final enemy, your final encounter, which is very hard actually. It's super hard. I managed to get there once in a multiplayer game, and that was really tough. And I lost, by the way. I think, yeah, I think I lost in the end there. So, yeah, as I said, it's pretty much Talisman. I love Talisman. I think it is a fantastic game, although I know that many people hate it, but I love it. And I also love post-apocalyptic scenarios. So this is a great game. I really got to say, I really enjoy it a lot. What this game needs is expansions. I mean, this is just obvious, you know, this game just... You know, you can see so many things you can do. I mean, you can do much more than more of everything obvious. That's just, especially more encounters. I mean, we didn't see all of them, or we didn't see many encounters. Here you can see there's much more to come here. So it's not that bad. It's not like, okay, you play that once and you're done. But I think if you played it 3 times or so, you've seen most of what can happen. On the other hand, especially if you play solo, you don't see that many encounters. In a multiplayer game, it's obviously worse, you know. If you play with 3 people or so, you might be through most of the game, through most of the encounters after 1 or 2 games. Of course, we can see more items. I could also imagine extra maps with additional locations, for example, or maybe a special map which kind of zooms into the power plant, you know, where you then have to have your own little adventure inside the power plant. I think there are many options to expand the game, and I really hope it will be a successful game, and it yeah, they will come up with additional stuff there. It would be just amazing. The artwork is so beautiful, you know, it is just absolutely great. The characters look fantastic. Also, these cards here, they look great. The board, I really like it. The monsters, they look also awesome. You know, this is really a very good quality. The miniatures have a fantastic quality too. So, I mean, not extraordinary, right? But these are really solid miniatures, and I can only say this is a really very enjoyable game, and I'm definitely looking forward to play it more. You can play it perfectly solitaire. It might be one of these games that are even better solo, because, I mean, let me say it that way, I don't want to play that necessarily with a lot of people, maybe not with 4 people or so. There's probably a bit of downtime then, although it's still a pretty quick game. But I think 1 or 2 people is possibly the best number, right? Yeah, I mean, not much more to say. Let's hope they come up with more stuff. That would be necessary after, otherwise I could imagine that there is only a limited replayability, but still, it's definitely a game that I'm looking forward to play more, and it's, yeah, very enjoyable. So, hope to see you again on my next video or on lonesomegamer.com. Bye.